Hey guys, welcome back. So today I actually have my new back cover for my ROG Ally. So after talking to a bunch of you guys online, reading some comments, getting feedback from people on Reddit, turns out apparently I can actually get this covered if I just throw a factory back cover on this. So what we're going to do today, I've ordered up a new factory back cover. I also have an SSD here that's 512 gigabytes. We're going to clone my main SSD that I put in here off to that 512 gig SSD, and then we're going to send it back into ASUS for warranty repair. I'm going to do my best to record the entire process, even taking it to Best Buy, to see what I can get done for you guys. Just to share my experiences, just because when it comes to doing this type of thing, this is sort of, I'm always good about advocating for my customers, but when it comes to advocating for myself, I don't do it very often. Also, you can look at my shirt. We may be interrupted during this recording. I did adopt a new dog over the weekend, and she is a rescue. She is an 8-year-old Landseer Newfie, and she has some separation anxiety, so she likes to pop her head in and check in on me every once in a while. My regular Newfie Willow, she's also here with me in the office, but she's just kind of fallen asleep. So anyway, let's open this up. We'll start the process of getting this this thing all taken apart, and we'll get that new back cover put on. So again, I ordered a factory back cover, and the reason I did so is so I can get my warranty. If you're just joining us in this endeavor, basically what's happened is I have an ROG Ally, and I was denied. I was basically denied through the normal process. I took it to Best Buy because ASUS forces you to work with Best Buy to get the thing RMA'd. But essentially, my ROG Ally is not charging anymore. In fact, I've had it on the charger all weekend, and I think the light turned on once for about 2 minutes, and then it turned back off. So the intermittent charging is really a big issue for me. But anyway, it's not something that I can fix. I believe it's due to a bad charge port. So we're trying to get it sent in so we can get it serviced and get a new, get a charge port put in. I did find a website, and it wasn't the easiest to find. It's called aaccessories.com. It's basically straight up just like ASUS factory parts. So if you find that you're in need of ASUS parts for well, things like a ROG Ally back cover that's factory, or anything else for that matter, my recommendation would be to check out aaccessories.com. It's not sponsored or anything, but it's the only place I could find that actually had the factory part I needed. So again, if you're joining me for the first time on this, this is a new ROG Ally back cover. And the reason that I was not able to get my warranty on it is because, well, I put a transparent back cover with more breathing holes on it than this thing has on my device, and then I put my own SSD in it. So this is my unit here. And so essentially my plan today is I'm going to remove this back cover. I'm going to take my SSD that I have in here, which is a 2 terabyte WD black drive that I bought specifically for this, and I'm going to clone it off to a 512 gigabyte drive that's the same style as the factory drive that I already have. So with that being said, we'll start taking some of these screws out of here. And this is actually going to be easier than the original swap that I did on this guy. Reason being is I don't have to transplant buttons. The factory cover came with buttons already in place. And one screw already in place too, which is nice. Definitely dig that. These screws are so long that go in here. Okay, there we go. So my new Landseer Newfie, by the way, she has white and black spots all over her. Kind of looks like a tiny cow. I mean, she is about the size of a calf. So, but if you know what Newfies are, they are probably one of the sweetest dog breeds available. But they are also very, very people oriented. And so if they don't end up getting a lot of attention and a lot of love, they can wind up with separation anxiety. And this one was unfortunately abandoned. And in the process of being abandoned, she developed separation anxiety really bad. So we are working through that. She's also a senior. She's 8 years old. She's an absolute sweetheart. We love her, but she doesn't seem like she was maybe a house dog before. She doesn't follow commands super well, and doesn't really have car manners for traveling. She tried to get in the driver's seat while I was driving, so you can imagine how that worked out. We had to shove her back into the back and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to place this cover over the top of this for the time being while I work on getting this drive cloned. And we'll pop over to the PC and I'll show you kind of the process that I go through for that. It's fairly straightforward, but I'm going to go ahead and pause this portion of this whole thing, and then I'll do the desktop sharing here for you. Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm not going to show my face because my hair is like crazy right now, but I am going to go ahead and show you how I plan to clone this drive, and hopefully it goes smoothly, okay? Because what I'm doing here is using a Acronis, and I'm going to clone my WD Black drive over to the new little drive that I bought. Now the new drive I bought is a Micron drive, so it's not the original Samsung that came with it, but that Samsung drive is so freaking expensive. So the Micron drive is one that it looks identical if you don't look too close at it, and it's still the 500 gigs, so I'm not super concerned about it. Okay, so it says select the source disk, and I don't actually see my source disk showing at the moment, so I am going to have to relaunch Acronis here momentarily. But I'll turn this off. And then we'll turn it back on. Say yes. Hopefully it's actually reading the drive now. There we will. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so it's in a J Micron reader. That's the 1.819 terabyte drive. So do that. Some partitions contain errors. I don't think they actually do, but that's fine. So yes. Okay guys, I'm just gonna be real with you. So Acronis failed on me. It's the program that I like to use all the time, but it failed. So I wound up downloading Macrium Reflect and cloning the drive that way because it was the better way to actually get this taken care of. That took a while. So what I'm gonna do is simply cut to the end of the cloning process so you can see what the results were. Okay guys, I'm finally back, and it has been quite a while. As you can see, my clock says 8:06 p.m., right? 4 hours, 42 minutes, and 19 seconds. That took a long time. So let's verify the data really quick, okay? Just before we dig into this, I want to make sure that everything matches. All right, so we're going to go ahead and... Okay, it just says overall progress done. Okay, so this drive is almost full, which I think is why it's showing as red. But let's see what it looks like here. So that's supposedly drive F. So let's go to drive F. We'll go to users, and we'll say continue. All good there, okay. Desktop, folder's empty, okay. So most of these things should be in OneDrive, I would think. I don't have any documents. I don't know why it says documentos, but you know what? Program files. I forget where Steam is located. It's users. I feel like Steam is usually in here. I could be wrong. Program files. Not in that. Steam, there we go. And then we'll go to Steam apps and common. And these do look like the things I have installed, so I think we're okay. Pal World, right there, so. And the last time that was played was 118, that sounds about right. So anyway, okay, well, that looks good. So I'm gonna take this drive out and I'm gonna install it back into my Ally. So we'll go back over there. Okay, folks, so we are still same day, I promise. But here is the drive, and it looks a lot like that Samsung drive that was originally in here. But I think I showed you guys that this is the, the factory cover, right? That I was able to order off of that website. I think it's called a-accessories.com. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to that website in the description in case you have like a broken Ally case or you need parts for it. So anyway, I'll take this and I'll slide this into the drive slot here. And then we'll take the screwdriver, screw that drive back into place. And I'm sorry about the auxiliary sound you're hearing. It's actually my 3D printer mixed with my dog's paws because they're getting dinner right now. As they should be, because they're both good girls. And watch, it'll turn on now, I bet you, for no good reason. Yep. Yeah, so now it's turning on. So I'm gonna power it on here. Okay, so like I said, I'm trying to send this in for warranty. We'll see if she loads up here. Because I just cloned this drive off, so it might not even load up Windows. Okay. Nothing yet. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's try this. Fingerprint. Okay, it's signing me in. Oh, look at that, a Windows update. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so Windows update. Protect your files and memories, back up your PC. Opt out of backup. I don't really care. Okay, we are at the desktop for Windows 11. Battery appears to be fully charged. Okay, let's go ahead and unplug it. We'll see if we stay turned on. Okay, it looks normal to me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shut this guy down. Battery is showing as, what do we got? 99% remaining, which is should be correct, because I mean I had it on the charger over the weekend, and obviously it's not doing anything. Now, I'm shutting down. You can see that white light's active, okay? Let's see if we can turn it back on. Okay, did I fix this by putting a back cover on it? Because that can't be. This behavior was not happening before. All my games are there. Everything's there. Of course, we're on a 512 gig drive, so it's the smaller drive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down again. So the problem very well may have been the screw. A couple of folks mentioned that there's a screw down here that interacts with the battery and activates or deactivates depending on the tightness of the screw. So that could be what's going on. If that's the case, that's a really silly design option. But it seems like we're all shut down now, so let's boot it back up and see if it turns on. Okay. Well, I guess I don't need warranty service. I am going to switch back to my 2 terabyte drive, because there's not a chance I'm going to just function on what 5 gigs I have left on this thing, because this was my favorite handheld. So trying. Okay, so far so good. Gamepad control mode. That's one thing I do like about this. Super intuitive. Okay, we're gonna say start game. Go to Wiener Islands. Yeah, we'll see if it works. And it works. All my data's here. Playing my Pal World game. So, yeah, my Ally is fixed, guys. And I can't really tell you why. It might have something to do with the screws just not being tight all the way. So, to whatever Redditor that was, and I'll throw your name up here, thanks for the tip on that. The new back cover is actually what solved that, because the Amazon cover didn't do squat. So, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, where I mysteriously solve my issues.